One's out. Two. Three. Four. DPS is looking good. Shifted groups. Close. Hard pattern on the guy. Close pattern.
Oh god.
Close stacks, no swaps.
Nice. Let me just practice this specifically. And here's where I want to do that now.
Getting auto attacked to death.
Well, dude, I have a lot of practice getting auto attacked to death.
But I double checked a POV the other day about how long I'm supposed to wait till I start my burst up there. So I was trying to switch that up in my mental calculation. Ah, well, that's fine. I'll fix that.
Well,
oh, actually, I could have adjusted there. That would have been stable. Oh well. Good wall.
McDonald's in Japan has an awesome menu item. This is Shaka Shaka chicken. It looks normal, but this chicken is special because it comes with cheese powder. Just pour the powder in.
Missing a tower.
I was in the tower.
Who was supposed to be Tether 3?
That was on me.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what the tower is.
All my buttons are in different times, and it's hard.
Rotate. One's out. 2. Oh, I walked into that flamethrower. Shit.
No.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, it's no problem. I'm just out of stuff by Tower 4 now. I tried to cure one and it didn't go off in time. Yeah, I noticed the death report saying death recap saying cure.
So, what are you using on Tower 3?
I usually just, as Tower 2 drops, I cast Medica 2, then I cast a Flatus, Rapture, and a Size. Half the time, though, you know, who knows if anyone get even the proper people get hit by that, depending on where they are.
I feel like your size hits Tower 3 as long as you're near your tower. So that person should maybe need like a Tetra or a Benison, and then you can just
yeah, I'm aware. I was
Benny
out.
the Tower
I
4.
had used Divine Venison and Tetra. I was out of stuff.
Well, I mean, you should only need one on Tower 3 because your size should be hitting them with where it's placed now, right?
Yeah, no, I basically the amount of healing I used to have on Tower 4 is now at Tower 3, so Tower 3 is tending to get a lot more healing than Tower 4 is.
But you
So
control
this-
when you use your benedictions or your benisons. Like you can just hold the benison for Tower 4.
Well, I mean,
But,
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I look and people are still going to die on Tower 3, so I use the venison.
Are you using benediction?
I'd prefer not to, but I have done that in the past.
Use it.
I was trying to save it for, well, when does part 2 end? How long away is that?
Roughly.
Kind of been using
4
it on
minutes.
Mitcher to get him through the end
Because
of part,
remember, our
2.
second 2 minutes, our second 2-minute window comes up at the end of phase 2 during the final push. So about like the 4-minute mark, probably. Just roughly using 2-minute windows as a guideline.
It'll probably be there. I'll go for it. I don't know. I'll use it more liberally.
Let me see.
I'm not 100% sure if it'll be up for Mitcher later.
For what? For the beginning of part 2?
No, near the end of part 2, when they take the tethers and run away. Usually, actually, no, it's not even then. It's the autos. It's the autos when they come back. I usually use Benediction to keep Mitcher alive, because he gets autoed for like 80% of his health.
Be back in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Oh. Okay.
I mean, if we're taking 10 minutes, we're just going to re-instance.
That is true, because people will get kicked out. Oop, I'm Cure 3 in Thought I was attacking the boss when I went to go hit the abandoned duty button. It doesn't seem like too much should have inherently changed with my healing outside of
What's the cooldown on Benediction?
3 minutes.
If you use it on Tower 3, it won't be back for those auto attacks. It'll be back before the meteors, before the meteor markers even appear. So it'll be back right after the optimized blade dance. You'd be able to benediction the tether damage for part 2. You would just need something else for the autos.
Well, I did have a different strategy for the autos that I was hoping would smooth things out a bit based on the videos I had seen, so perhaps that will work out. It does always feel like I'm just like watching the people doing like the white mage POVs. It's always just them being like, okay, I put down my Healy bubble and then I just press glare for like 45 seconds without needing to do any other healing, and I'm like, how is this happening? Those autos are ripping up the tanks, and in their video, they're just like, nah, they aren't even happening. Ignore autos, do Glare 3. Go find that video again. The POV. With this dead-eyed cat VTuber, white mage.
Dead-eyed cat VTuber.
You'll see what they're up to. Their bars are very confusing, so it's kind of hard for me to find everything on there, but there's Benediction, so I can see when they're using that.
Many bird owners.
I could probably also mute it because
Many bird owners will agree.
Which
loud yelling raid call man.
Can you link me the video?
Sure. Enjoy this cat.
ว่าเปลี่ยนไปใส่แหวนฟ้าจริงๆดีไหมแหวนแบบเอาไว้เลเวลให้เอาบีแทนขึ้นนี่ดีไหมก็น่าจะดีมั้ง
LB มันก็แรงขึ้นแค่อะไรอ่ะไอเลเวลละ 20,000 อ่ะ
Well, their tank is pre-popping Rampart, Camo, and Corundum.
ไม่ใช่10 ละ 20,000 แต่ว่า
เปล่า
Well, I'm talking about the autos for part. I just basically ignore mask for the most part on part 1.
Oh, you mean the autos for part 2?
I mean the autos for part 2. They do. No, yeah. You know, occasionally I have to keep an eye on mask to see if he's going to take Tower 1 because he might be dying. But other than that, I can just ignore.
I mean, the Sage has a lot of
benediction on
Sage has a lot of stuff out there as well.
In part 2.
Yeah, for those autos. I mean,
Is Tower 3 or 4? That's Tower 4. All right, it does look like they're using benediction on Tower 4. So, you know, it must be okay enough for pink-haired cat white mage.
It looks like the Sage is using Physis 2. The Gunbreaker's using
crazy-
Heart of Corundum.
They do some crazy panto moves in this party.
It doesn't really look like the white mages do like anything.
I know. I'm just like, huh. They put down the Healy bubble, certainly.
Oh yeah, the
They're
Sage
just
is also using Caracol. So it means that that's a 10% mit. Physis increases HP recovered.
Wow.
So that probably
Emo
makes
up,
the
emo.
Gunbreaker's Heart of Corundum pretty strong. And then it looks like they're just popping Benison on them before the tethers.
ขวาล่างโล่ขวาล่าง
What is that? Hot-
So confused near the end of part 1 when they just like assize the essentially dead Omega.
เข้าไป
อ๋อแล้วไม่เอา
Yeah.
ปืนอะ
Ah, they are. That's what we're looking
เปล่า
at.
เปล่า
พอแล้วพอแล้วเลือดพอแล้วเหลือเฟือ
อ้าวไอ้เฮียแม่งคิวเข้าตัวเองเฉย
โอเคงั้นเดี๋ยวจัดกันไหนนะ
I'm gonna have. I had been using
ที่มาตอนเผาระเบิดนึกว่าไว้
on the autos right as part 2 starts, but given the immediate follow-up with the tethered pain
ยังอยู่
stuff,
ซ้าย
it feels
อยู่
like
ขวา
Yeah, Asylum shouldn't have
It's
huge
better
value
used.
there since the tanks are going to be using a lot of mitigation.
สองออก
what, right at the beginning of part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just I remembered I started using it at one point because we had a fill healer and Mass kept dying, and then I was just like, I'm really I don't know when else to use it in part 2 because we hadn't really gotten past party's energy, so I wasn't sure exactly where it would be useful when I saw this video, and I'm like, that's probably an okay spot for it. That would require the tanks to stand in it, I suppose, but and then. I don't know if that will mess up people's positions and stuff. I don't know. I could also just.
I mean, the bubble's big enough that if you just pop it in the center of the arena,
I
the
was just
tanks
like, I
are
don't
going
need to
to
put
be
it in
in
that
it.
weird spot where the white mage put it.
งั้นกูจ่ายนี่ให้
ไปนะ
Because I wasn't really using it for like the meat of the meteor stuff. It's not particularly helpful. You don't have time to slowly tick back up. Oh yeah, when does their benediction come off? Like right as the meteor markers come out. They use it in Tower 4.
So you're talking about the autos after party synergy, right?
Yep.
I don't have a necessary equivalent to Physis that isn't like a 2-minute cooldown. I could.
No, yeah, that's fair.
I could illumination right there for the heal potency if you wanted. I would prefer not to soil it
สี่เหลี่ยมสลับ
because
สี่เหลี่ยมสลับชิด
the one time what is Heart of Light 10 or 15%? The one time we were missing what Heart of Light for meteors, we even with soil and expedient we still didn't live. So I don't remember if we were also missing Dark Missionary though. So like I'm not saying like if I soil the autos, I cannot soil meteors. So I have to make a decision. Is why I'm bringing it up for.
No, yeah, I'd rather have the soil.
So it's like and if soil isn't on meteors, if we're missing another mitt, we don't survive. Because I think the one time I just don't remember if that one pull we were missing both tank mitts or we were only missing one tank mitt and died. Does anyone remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When I
think
checked, we were missing both.
Both.
Okay, all
I
right.
think.
So that basically, essentially, if we remove soil, then that means that no one can miss a mitt because if we miss a mitt, we die. Like even if both tank mitts are on it, we probably like I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, Michiru can Heart of Corundum those autos. Because the boss starts auto-attacking.
So whenever the autos begin, I throw out a Whispering Dawn, so they have a heal over time from me. And if you're dropping Asylum, they have a heal over time. They have 2 regens.
Yeah, that'll help.
And then I Excog Mask for the autos, and then I Protraction him for his tether. I could throw Illumination right there. Because I'm not going to use Seraph anyways until Hello World, and by the time I use Seraph, Fey Illumination should be back. So I could see what it feels like to have the 5% and the potency from Illumination right there.
Mitchell, are you usually using any MIT on those auto attacks when the bosses come back from party?
From party synergy? Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have. I don't have things to
You
pass
can use Heart of
along.
Corundum at least.
Does anyone have a
I think the rest of your MIT you have to hold. Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
in-
have anything free really besides Corundum, and if I have Corundum, I have to use it literally at the time.
Almost every time we've gotten there with both
Yeah, if you
tanks
pop
alive and,
Corundum,
survived.
pretty much like as the bosses come targetable, you'll have it before the optimized blade dance with like 10 seconds to spare. Bosses are targetable at 1 minute into the phase, and they start auto-attacking, and the optimized blade dance happens at minute 35. So as long as you use it within 10 seconds of bosses being targetable, you'll have it back for the tether.
Like, there's been times where I've had to like Benediction, and then I've also been like, man, I need to just be spamming Lily heals, and I don't have. I'm just casting lilies when I'm already like I already have a Flatus Misery up, so I'm just burning lilies for no reason, and it makes me sad.
There's a Google Doc in the raid tools that I posted. It's the PWT top mitigations. That's the timeline for the whole fight.
I actually think that I could throw Seraph on the autos, and I would have Seraph back by the time that I need to. I wouldn't be able. So I would have Seraph to heal either the 2nd and 3rd resolve of Hello World or the 3rd and 4th resolve of Hello World, but I would absolutely get Seraph back in the middle or kind of beginning of Hello World. So let me see if it makes a difference if I throw Seraph for the autos so that both tanks get consolation, and maybe that'll make it a little bit more comfortable for you. Because I assume you're probably already throwing Venison on one or both of them. So I think that
I mean,
I think that they should both be like really healthy. And
I usually am like, okay, Divine Medicine, and then one auto happens, and I'm like,
black
okay, Divine Medicine.
I know my other white mage. She throws she throws Benediction during towers, but we have a Sage, and our Sage does really similarly to what Tah'co was describing, and I just don't have like a super short cooldown like Physis that functions like that. But I think if I do Seraphic Illumination, we'd get the heal potency, the very small mitt, and then we get consolation on both tanks, and I think that should be a little bit more comfortable. And I'll refresh consolation after each auto.
It's like ever since it wasn't necessarily a big issue. I mean, it wasn't great, but I was like when I wasn't trying to line up a Flatus Misery to hit both. But then I've tried doing that at some point, and then I'm like, man, it really takes a long time before you can cleave again. Like they're just there auto attacking, and I'm just sitting there with my like big blood lily ready to go, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I get it. It's fine.
I just burned like 3 lilies on no damage.
I need to make
I'm like missing in a Flatus Misery, which I don't think is good.
ปกติตรงนี้จ่ายกันไม่เยอะอยู่แล้วปะหมายถึง
I don't know.
หมายถึงดองกันไม่เยอะปะ
I don't know what it is. It feels like, and I don't know why. Maybe the auto is just like stagger, like maybe the female attacks then the male attacks or something, but it always feels like one tank is getting hit really hard and then the other tank just doesn't take any damage.
Yeah, I see that sometimes too, which is like why I'm like, okay, is the XCOG is Mask gonna eat the XCOG immediately, or is the XCOG gonna sit on him for the entire 40 fucking seconds?
Like,
and
I'll just be
he's
like, all right,
"It doesn't make any
Michiru,
sense."
I'm ready to heal
It's
you.
either Mask
just
is
doesn't take
completely
damage.
healthy and unscathed, or I am literally wiping his ass. There's no in between, and it's every pull, and it's roulette. I don't know why.
It's like,
And
I
it's
don't know,
the
I would
same- it's the
assume,
same at the
are the
beginning
tanks
of
just
P2 as
trading,
well.
but they can't trade aggro, right? Because they can't hit the other boss.
I mean, even like at the beginning of P2 when they take that first tank buster, I don't change anything. I don't change anything. Sometimes I fuck up my energy drain because I'm getting shit out. But like mid wise and like healing wise, I don't change anything. And sometimes
they
Mask,
take no damage, and sometimes they are at like
Mask is
5%.
really healthy, and the Fey Union heals him completely. He doesn't eat the XCOG. I just waste the Aether Flow on the XCOG. And then sometimes the Fairy's empty, the XCOG eaten. Mask 10% HP, dying. I'm wiping his ass frantically, and I just don't understand the difference. I don't know.
I've never understood Final Fantasy. It's just I do the same things, and the result is never the same.
I'm pretty sure I healed DSR as every healer with every tank combination, and none of the busters or any interactions in DSR feel as fucky as this fight. This fight's just any of the tank interactions feel really gross. And that's saying something, because Paladin was fucking dirt in DSR, and Paladin absolutely eating ass in DSR feels better than a lot of the tank interactions. Give me old Paladin sucking their own dick during Double Dragons any day, because the sheer amount of RNG in this fight is just, it feels a lot worse than any other ultimate, period. Uptime clemency, that's fucking that.
1 2 3ขึ้นเหนือครับ1 2 3ขึ้นเหนือ3เข้าทันทีเข้าทันทีเข้าทันที
When did Mask say he needed 10 minutes?
28 minutes ago.
Hello. Sorry. My dad fell and hit his knee very hard against the concrete floor. He's in bed now, so I guess it's fine. Also, a cat got out, so that's gonna be
damn
something
cats.
I'm gonna have to
No
deal
worries.
with.
We were discussing through
Yeah, I got time
mitigation
to just
thingies.
lament the fact that healing is pain.
Yeah, we were discussing the RNG behind whether we were discussing the RNG that determines if you are completely healthy or if I am frantically and panickingly wiping your ass during P2. And there's like no in between, and it's the same for Michiru. Michiru is either completely healthy or he's just covered in shit.
I'm just sitting there like, oh, I didn't use any of my divine benisons because Michiru wasn't. I was expecting. I just kind of like looked at him like, you gonna take damage? Sometimes my DPS goes really low because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Did the fight break?
Let me Seraph the others. And
yeah, I'll try to use I think Benediction more regularly on like Tower 4 or something.
And just to clarify, these are not the autos at the start of P2. These are the autos after party synergy.
After party synergy, when we all stand on that one spot between like the 3 and the whatever.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna have a little Healy bubble down. It's gonna be healing the tanks, hopefully, unless they don't stand in it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll Seraph like first GCD so that I get her back as early as possible during Hello World. And that'll work.
Okie dokie.
Because I don't know necessarily how big of a difference it's making, but I'm no longer using Fey Blessing during towers. I was, but the problem is that one, she's not hitting everyone. So like I would say 3 or 4 people half the time aren't even getting that heal.
Yeah, I
And
noticed
2,
that with
it's
my
a
AoE
little bit
stuff
more
too.
useful if I use it during Pantocrator, because the problem that I have on my side is that my only way of healing Pantocrator is I've got both charges of Consolation. So I do a Seraphic elimination. So we've got the Potency, the Mitt, and then 2 charges of Consolation. I have an Indom that I can throw. And then like that's it. And so the way that I time it, and then we have like the massive spread low at the start. And so with that, the first laser beam doesn't really hurt people that much. After the second laser beam, I throw a Consolation. After the third laser beam is when people are a little bit lower, and I throw the Indom Consolation. And then there's very occasionally and it's usually the person that gets either number 2 or number 3. When they go out, they miss the Consolation from Seraph because they're going out too far, and you're fucked. You die. And there's like nothing I can do because I don't have the Swift for a sucker. And if I throw out the Indom at 2 sometimes, it's like too like it's almost like we're too healthy, and so it's like that heal is like wasted because then I only have 2 consolations left, and consolation is like the shield is nice, but it like I would like to save the bigger heal for like after 2, and so it's like the person that has like 2 or 3, they miss a consolation or something from Seraph, and then they end up dying, and so I was like, okay, well, to be a little bit safer, I'll keep the Fey Blessing so that I can throw and I have an extra heal in case one fairy heal misses them. What are the odds that they're so unlucky that they miss both fairy heals? Which I've seen it still happen like once or twice, but because I'm kind of saving the Fey Blessing as an insurance policy, I'm not using it during towers because it's a 60-second cooldown. And so, but I don't know how big of a difference that's making because like before, I mean, it was only hitting like 4 or 5 people anyways.
I can't hit the ready check, but I'm ready.
Okay, well, Mitru still isn't ready, so I think.
I am actually busy this time. I
wasn't sure who missed the first ready check. But I was like, I don't know who it was. Maybe they're here. I'll do a second.
I believe it was me, but I didn't bother correcting anything because people were still talking about things that were fight related.
So are we ready?
I don't know. I feel like
we are now.
Oh, okay.
There was a.
And yes.
But no, I would not have been able to go into the fight for like 20 seconds because I was
doing an S rank.
Yeah, correct. Good job. You got it. Look, a lot of things were happening, so I was using the time.
Yeah, we were using the time while you weren't here to continue to talk about healing. Maskino, he's the party leader. He was like, I'm ready, but he didn't sound ready.
No, he didn't.
He sounded far away.
I was having such a good day too. I'm really annoyed.
I'm sorry.
I just wish I could rip up the deck so he can't run under there.
You could.
Ooh, all right.
It wouldn't be easy.
Just have to pull out one plank for easy
everything that I've ever
access.
done different. But I'm gonna do it right. Okay.
Was it my guy Banjo again?
No, it was Corn Puff. He's the only one that ever escapes anymore.
Was it my guy Corn Puff again?
Yeah.
I probably just
the rest
misremembered.
learned their place.
hope your party list is sorted.
Sorted. Ooh. Okay, well. Oh, wait, shit. My bad. I literally had just taken a tower, and then I'm like, now it's time for tether. Why couldn't the healing and damaging plan that I had before have been the perfect healing and damaging plan? If we make any changes, I forget how to play the game.
Just make better plans.
What the? Alright, I walked through the tether, so that wasn't on me. The game broken.
Well, that's happened to me a few times as well.
It happens almost every time, it feels like, whenever I'm trying to actually attack something or heal someone, and it's like I have to just walk unmoving to the tether.
Yeah.
Walk
and then I
unmoving.
Well, you know, I have to walk like undoing anything to the tether and lose like GCDs
terrible.
for it to not.
Right, just try toggling on RP walk.
I don't want to do that. Is that a legitimate suggestion? Well,
No, it's not.
I was like, that's such an odd button to have to hit. Happens worse when I'm sprinting, but I was just normal walking that time. Why am I stupid?
But I do wonder if it would be possible to do limit cut in T with only RP walk. Probably not, but at least not 1, 2, 5, 6 or Mario Kart. Have to find some other way.
Rotate. One's out. Two. Three. Four.
That was the problem.
One's out. Two. Three. Four. Damage seems alright.
Maybe. It seems. No, I don't think so.
You're right.
That was like. Okay. What? I don't know either. Oh. I target the wrong one.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that.
Yeah, that threw me off.
It was at like 1%, right?
That threw me. It was. Yeah, that threw me off.
No, it was at 0.1%. We got it. Like.
I put my mug on the wrong one because I got thrown off by that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I just didn't have. I was out of lilies and stuff. That was one of those situations where the game decided you were going to take infinity damage.
Me true, you're right, X.
It's close.
No, wait.
No. He's there. I was square.
Sorry.
Oh, that was my bad.
No, it's fine. You're good.
Your distance, not that it matters.
Hey, I was able to get it.
I was like,
I
am
died.
Red X Mask. I don't know why you're calling that out. Wait,
I thought that was the only missing one.
Ordinarily, I would have been a size for part 2, but I used it early to push us to part 2, so.
One's out. Two. Three. Four. Now DPS looks okay.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah, I think you find. I think you
Now
got it
do you
finally.
believe me?
Alright, that was nice.
Just
Well, that was nice.
that was one of the timelines where Mitru took like no damage and
Definitely left it.
Tah'co, you're right.
Under the lady. Yeah.
No, I didn't talk.
Axes swap.
we
Okay, give me 1 second to see if Corn Puff has come out from the den.
Okay. Is anybody checking how much it's helping me to pop Brotherhood that early?
I'm noticing that I don't know exactly what got changed, but Chain Strat and Brotherhood are lining up nicely with my opener.
Could you get me a link to that log real quick? I have a theory and I want to take a look at that for the healing and mitigation part.
The one we just did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
This
a
is
pull
my-
where Mask he was full health with a galvanized. He had protraction, excog, the 10% from soil, fairy sucking his dick, and he still died.
Yeah.
I literally I used 4 Aether Flow on him. I have nothing. I don't.
Yeah, that's why I always I say my feint there just in case, and I use it for Mask because he's taking on just regular physical damage. So if Per can put that on there just in case for him, do it because it might help.
Feint M?
Yeah.
You think? I can do that on the second GCD probably because I'm wait, let me think. So I'm currently mugging first GCD.
It's fine.
I can do it on second GCD safely.
Oh shit! I should be using a Flatus on male because it does more damage on the target I'm aiming at.
Yes.
I was thinking for some reason it was more like holy, where that doesn't matter. But no, yeah, that is not used to having to think about there being 2 bosses in a boss fight. All right, good to know. I was like, earlier in this video, I feel like I saw the other white mage targeting the thing across from them. I wonder why that is, and it's probably because they have a similar party comp to what we do, where they've got buffs like debuffs on things. I will hold.
This is so cursed to look at. Just looking at Dark Mind Protraction, Sacred Soil, Rampart, TBN, and still getting chunked. It's so cursed to look at.
I was told to put Oblation and Reprisal on that as well, so I guess I'll have to just start doing that.
Yeah. I do see. I will take a peek that you did use Ablation the moment you died.
Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I see this well.
Yeah, you have. I just thought it was really interesting that you have 1 cast of Ablation and 0 seconds of Ablation.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else. I literally am double weaving for the first 5 GCDs. There's absolutely and I have nothing. I don't even really get to energy drain during that buff window because I have absolutely, and there's nothing else I can throw at Mask. I don't have the Aether Flow for a Lestrade either.
One thing I will say is that Solar Ray itself is magical. You could Dark Mind through that.
I do Dark Mind through that.
I didn't see it pop up. Fair enough. All right, it wasn't seeing it on the list. Fair enough. Go off, King.
TBN, Dark Mind. I have the last vestiges of Rampart for it as well.
Why isn't Dark Mind on here? Hold on.
No, you're looking at the wrong death.
No, this is the right one.
Are we still waiting on Ka?
No, I hit that I was ready.
Oh, sorry. Just double check.
I was on hold because. Okay.
This night's been such a mess.
I'll throw a feint on Omega there. Hopefully that should help the autos. Or at least I'll try to remember. Because I'm already, yeah, but yeah, I'll see if I can do that. Might help a bit.
I will say a lot of the variation on my end comes from which of the two mitigations I do. Because I have the correct mitigation of pre-popping Rampart and Camo, and the last second, ah crap, I missed it, Nebula and Corundum.
Stop doing that one.
Well, yes.
Do the first one. That one sounds better.
That is the difference between whether or not I take no damage and lots of damage.
Oh, what happened? What?
God got doomed.
That.
That was not great. I hate how much like delay there is from Final Fantasy.
Power miss.
It did seem that the tower at South was not taken.
One out. 2. 3. 4.
There was no way in Earth that third should have been considered an alliance. Our group was so spread out there. That was insane.
We might win LB.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, even then. Weird.
One's out. Two. Three. Four.
Second I LB.
Yeah, LB it.
What? Why is our damage so low?
Greg died.
I died.
Oh.
Yeah, I there.
Killed by El Puddle.
El Puddle.
Or maybe Flamethrower. I really don't know. Game is
It was
cursed
ballistic
today.
impact.
Maybe both.
God.
Why not both?
Both is good.
It's very late a size.
One's out. Two. Three. Four.
Stat this.
Time seemed to slow down there for a second. One's out. Two. Three. Four.
A little high, I
It's
think.
probably an LB.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, actually, I can't faint this because I use it during Pantocrator, so it's not even up yet, actually. I can move it here. Well, no one that's going to discuss after the pool.
Close. Under female. Close pattern. No swaps, close stacks.
Check your distance, because it is mid. Target the right one. This does seem a little smoother healing wise. Okay, feathers clockwise. Move.
Shield is on 4.
Tank spread on shield side.
Hello, busy.
Ooh, it's spicy. I had my wings out. And dead.
What an awful time.
I'm pretty sure Heart of Light and Dark Missionary were... Well, Dark Missionary was going out later.
I know for a fact Heart of Light did not go out at all, since I was distracted literally at the time when I should have been hitting the button. Someone decided to open my door.
My Dark Missionary was late.
Yeah, a lot of shit going on, so...
Yeah, if that's the case, there's no way I can take soil off of that.
I'll just do like a... I'll just call out like nits when I'm popping Tactician.
Yeah.
We should have Temperance, which we did. Soil, Expedient, Spread Low, Dark Missionary, Heart of Light, and Tactician on that.
Yeah, the tank mitts were missed. We know that.
We're both missed?
Yes.
Both are missed, yes.
Hold on. So I'm currently fainting during the latter half of Pantocrator. Do you want me to move the faint to Omega M during opening of phase 2?
If whoever is fainting, like in P2, then you would need to swap faints.
Yeah, because I'm on M, so it would have to be me.
So what, you're normally using your feint during Pantocrator?
Yes.
Then our Nesh would need to feint Pantocrator.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently fainting on the third Pantocrator, so because I think that's where people.
Yeah,
use
it might be okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move that to opening of phase 2 to mitigate the autos a bit.
Like, I did a little bit of healing, but it wasn't nearly as crazy as it was. Like, I threw a regen on Michiru, which, I mean, isn't ideal, but I put a regen on Michiru. I put the little Divine Benison on there, and he was pretty much fine throughout that whole thing, and I could just do glares.
Yeah, okay. So basically, just feint after the second laser stack before the third, and your feint will cover the third and the fourth stack.
Yep.
Nice.
Because I think we have Addle, what, on the first and second?
No, I'm addling the second half.
Okay.
Because I think Valfar's hitting.
I have
Dismantle
coverage
and,
pretty heavy on.
And yeah,
on
Temperance
on 1 and 2.
and.
Like, I have Temperance out. I have Liturgy of the Bell just in the middle of the arena. So
Temperance
that
and
probably
whatever
contributes.
Scholar
Okay.
run faster at the beginning, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So the
so
feint
1
and
and
the
2
Addle are
aren't too
on
bad.
the third and fourth, then that's fine.
Like, we're not like the first laser goes off and we're just like at full health half the time. Like, I don't even need to do anything.
It's because of the fat spread low.
Did I repair my gear? I did. Good. Good. I had the little your ring has dropped to 10% message, and I'm like, uh-oh. Luckily, the power of repairing saved me. I assume Mask had to go oh. Well, that wasn't Mask, so...
He's probably doing
I
a
assume
cat
since,
thing.
you know, he wasn't saying anything, I assumed he wasn't around. It was nice to put my Afflatus Misery on Omega M at the beginning and watch Omega M take 70k damage, and I'm just like, oh.
I'm gonna be honest, for a split second, I was like, oh shit, I have to Seraph, and then the auto had already gone out, and I was like, oh shit, fuck Christ. So now I know that I know the timing, and Seraph will just be immediate. I'll just basically dot female, and then automatic, like basically dot, and then Seraphic Illumination so that she's already out.
Leo. So it was like 70k damage to male, like 20k damage to female, and I was like, yeah, that 50% drop off with crit variance and stuff really makes a difference.
Especially because Chain is on male too. You know, the other buffs as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm maybe I could probably dot female and then use a Afflatus Misery on male, when that would probably give more time for.
Yeah, you should,
I should probably do that.
Yeah,
I should probably do that, because then that'll get time for the buffs to go out, and I'll do even more damage.
Yeah, because Mug won't be on the first GCD.
Right.
Sorry, I do like a quick circuit around the house.
Because you're really into physical fitness.
Well, I'm afraid for my cat wandering off and getting
that's-
attacked by like a badger or another cat or something else. It's very likely that he's just under the deck and I can't see him. And he'll come out whenever he's ready, but I can't help but worry.
That's fair.
It's because you're a responsible cat father.
And then mentally, I might have the toxoplasmosis thing that makes me want to care about cats more.
Don't we all have a little bit of a parasite inside of us?
Oh no, what? Why? How?
Well, it didn't matter, so...
I somehow just misread you as having Tower 4. I benediction you for no reason.
One's out. 2. 3. 4.
Ooh, I think I'm killing everyone. Oh, I just grieved. Sorry.
Valfar, your first mistake of the night. You're out of the static.
Everyone gets one.
You're out. No. We hold you to a higher standard
Yeah.
because you're just our special golden boy.
I am the sole greedy DPS. I have to do big damn.
Valfar.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Can we start calling the phase 2 tethers Val far and Val close?
I'm for it.
Val near, Val far, Val wherever you are.
God damn it.
I've never heard that one, actually.
I'm shocked. I didn't think that was very original.
No, Arnesh, please let me through.
That's why you should go around the other way next time.
I feel so healthy.
Hey, I was sweating a little at being half health soaking a tower.
Just gotta have faith in your healers.
No, don't do that.
They'll sort you right.
Rotate.
You don't need to know what you're doing. You
One's
just need
out.
to do it.
That's me. I'm a 1. I'm so sorry. 2.
3. Oh, Greg said so.
Blah.
You again.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the game holds me to a higher standard for no reason. Like, I walk into the puddles like everybody else when they're in the way, and everyone else gets to live, and I die.
Okay, but do you play on 200 Brazil pink?
No, I don't think so.
That's your problem.
So I should just stand in the flamethrower for longer because the game
Move to
just
Brazil.
makes me-
Your
I don't
co-healer just your co-healer really just told you skill issue.
I mean, I guess I just. Oh, whoops. No, that's fine. Just. I'm like, I'm gonna get hit by the flamethrower if I stand in the flamethrower, because that's bad. Don't stand in the flamethrower.
Now you got time.
One's out. Oh god, okay. 2. 3. 4. Definitely an LB.
Wild, dude. Damn.
The DPS. I blame crit
It
variance.
must be that a size is. It really just needs to be later.
And a size, white mage size should not make or break our freaking DPS. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Biggest change is I'm holding my my battery to the beginning of phase 2.
Okay.
One's out. Got to say that. 2. 3. 4.
'Bro, god damn it. I hate how one tank dying just immediately means we're all dead.
I just don't understand why you did that.
Do we want to take a 10 and then come back for the rest of the night?
Yeah.
I forced a break when I had to leave because my dad shattered his kneecap and crushed the ground beneath his feet. Okay, take a 10-minute break. Come back at 9:40.
Yeah, I'll go see what was up with my own father. So I get this thing. There we go.